So, to continue with our very exciting saga. um, Not really. Warning, it's not really so dazzling. But then, who knows? Hey, maybe you stick around to see. I'm thinking to launch a new mega series, not mini series, because it refers to maybe one of the most important parts of the life, which is exacting. Really was. So, the Queen of Beauty. I was thinking yesterday we finished with Hadrian. I'm just joking. And I mentioned Belgium, but trip to Belgium is a thing. Is maybe the subject of three episodes. We'll see how it goes. But it's still it's within the Queen of Beauty period towards the end. Spoiler alerts there. So how to do this and then come back? Let's do the Queen, and then there will be very little, if anything, left really. Well, we could have 172 episodes with what was going on here in what was the year of the Chinese Olympics. I mean, if this fellow will allow us, if we don't get into a civil war by then, or what, Russia doesn't bomb everything. Well, it is bombing everything in Ukraine, energy and that, and then into a clash with the others, with NATO, with who knows. So, Queen of Beauty. Let's do a little background, the introduction, the prequel. We will stop abruptly, as those of you who watch this, any of you, if we have the consort coming, we hear the door, and then it's and we come back tomorrow from the same place or a completely different event. So, Revolution, I took part. I'm in Newsweek. I'm very proud of it. Met Michael Myers from Newsweek, bureau chief actually for Central Eastern Europe at the time, and he has me in the article covering the revolution, which I've just did on the cover. He has me mentioning 20 or so words. Biggest achievement of my life, really. But something to be proud of, no matter how small. I mean, I went there, yes, and stood in front of the police line or whatever they were, secret police, army fellows, Roman Square. Then did some work for journalists. Not Newsweek. For Newsweek, I called the fellow who has his own miniseries, Daniel, one of the top 20 richest in the country now, maybe 50, I don't know. Easy to find out though. Okay. You go online and they have those lists updated. There's Daniel Dinesh, one of the richest, maybe the second richest, 1.4 billion. And there's a page in Forbes where you see how much he lost. And then Time magazine, James Wild. What a wild ride. Then I met Kodabit, a singer, and the singer will show up again in the Queen of Beauty series. And Radio Sweden, and the Globe and the Mail, Helsinki Sanomat, a Finnish journalist who was drinking a lot. Dead drunk by noon, actually. Very fine fellow. Good paycheck. $100 by noon, by the time he was out of the picture. Even had sex in his room at one point because it could be. And we had some girls working there too. I made a connection with somebody working at the hotel. I don't know if they really have a PR office, but they have somebody doing tours, big groups, and met with somebody from the Smithsonian. They had a Smithsonian too, actually, and recommended me at the embassy. Met Mr. Flowers, who was deputy chief of mission in charge of economic affairs, second in the embassy, or third. And then his wife, and we would do tours together. A lot of activity, miners. We could have been shot, Hedge and I, when we were driving in the city with 13, 15 of the miners coming in to just kick people in. So Corneliu Coposu, the Peasants' Party headquarters being under siege, same miners. And then looked for other vistas, other ways to make money. Went to, no, not yet. I didn't go yet. I was too busy. But put some money in, and Socrates went to Austria, came back. We would go together, but not before the beginning of the story with the Queen of Beauty. And then some wonderful moments in Costinești on the Black Sea coast and so on. But there's a financial setback. Looked in the ads, and then somebody wanted some money as a loan. $2,000, I don't know. I had a thing with the Audi. Again, money, and instead of money, somebody brings in Stefan, an alleged friend, more of an enemy in the end. Said, give me the money, I'll use some and bring it back, and maybe I bring a car for you. And I said, tops, $1,000. He used all the money, bought the Audi, which was bashed in, totaled. Probably he took money to get them this breakaway, get the wreck away from them. Had it in the mechanics, it was stolen. In the end, it was a good car. That's splendid for what it did. It worked as an attraction. A lot of success with women because of that car, which was unique here. I mean, you had very few Dacia cars, jalopies, and this was like a super Bentley, like a helicopter, like a yacht on land. And so, again, trying alone. This time, I'll have it notarized, legal, everything. But the guy wouldn't pay for the calls. He would just, I couldn't get the money. I'll see to it. I'll do something. But it looked like we have to see each other in court because he's not doing what he said. So I go to see a lawyer, and this is when I meet the Queen of Beauty, coming out of the office of the lawyer. A lawyer who gave me very bad news. At the time, there was a big difference, as you have now. I was reading The Economist about Argentina earlier this morning. They have different exchange rates, and there's a big difference between the minimum and the maximum you can get for the dollar. And then it was, 10 times the difference. In short, the lawyer told me, yes, you have the contract, and yes, you can win in court, but the court would say, okay, you pay him the lei, the local currency, which in effect would mean I lose most of the money. Instead of getting the $2,000, $2,500 I gave him, I'm not sure how much, but still a lot of money. Now, back then, it was almost all I had. It was the beginning of a successful career, not really. Nothing to show for it. Thank you. listen to the spouse anyway. So I'll lose most of it. It looked like that's what it was. And then I'm coming out of the office. I had the Audi parked near the headquarters of the police, a few meters, 10, 15 meters from Victory Avenue, most important avenue here downtown, 8 kilometers that way. And Daryl Van Horn, my dog, German Shepherd, named after Jack Nicholson in The Witches of Eastwick. He's Daryl Van Horn, reference to the devil and horns. It didn't work too well for the dog. He was quite sick for many years. I had to go to every 2 weeks or so to the doctor for various treatments. So he was in the car. He wanted to be everywhere. I mean, he never liked it to be left home. To the point where later on, there was this funny thing. I would become a member of at the pool, Bucharest, on Victoria Avenue. Everything is on Victoria Avenue, at least in the story, most of it. I would take him there, and the idea for him was to wait. There was some bushes. I was like, wait near a bush while I go inside. And then we continue. We have other works before, after, and so on. But he, again, rather than wait at home, he would be where the action, or near the action. And then one day, when I come out of the pool, I find him inside, in, let's say, the lobby near the reception, lying on a couch or an armchair. What's this? I mean, I didn't, because this was, we had some training with him and so on, and he was not very fit physically, but brains were perfect. Well, turns out the manager of the pool liked the dog very much, and he invited him in. And he said, well, I'm the one who, and we'll have him here. So you would have people, visitors, when they would come in, they would see this goddamn dog lying there waiting for them, because the manager would have been there. So that was with Daryl. And talking to Daryl out of the lawyer's office, there's some interesting, good-looking woman. And from here we have the story begin. Let's say 127 episodes.